Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Bianca and today we're going to go over some of my favorite sponges that I like to use to apply my makeup. Let's just get right into the video. So I have these three that I got from a BoxyCharm. This is from the brand Pure. They came in like this trio. It was really cute. That doesn't belong in there. That's not the one you need. Okay, these three. I obviously just washed this one. This is like the light blue one. So this is how it looks like when it's all wet. And it came with these two as well. I haven't even used these at all. And in comparison to size, you can tell that this is a little bit bigger. These three came all together. It has like a round bottom, and it has like this flat top right here. It kind of comes at an angle. I don't know if you can tell. It comes like an angle like that, and it has like the Pure logo right in the front. It's kind of like embedded in there. These ones I don't recommend. They like, even if it's damp, it's kind of squishy, but it's still really firm, kind of stiff, to be honest. Like, this is probably one of the stiffest sponges I've ever used, and I just don't care for this. I don't like it. So I attempted to use it several times. No. On to the next one, I guess. Let's do the most popular one, obviously, is what everyone raves about, is the Real Technique sponge. So this is the orange one that everyone loves to use. So this is how they look side by side. And this is the dry one, there's a wet one. And this one, the Real Techniques one, comes with an angle as well. It comes with a tip to kind of get into all the crevices, but you can also use this end to get all, you know, when you're blending out your under eye makeup, you know, you can use this side to really get in there, or you can use this to bake your cheeks. They might have changed their sponges. I don't know. To me, it seems it's not as dense as it used to be. I feel like it's changed just a little bit. They also changed their packaging. And they might have changed it without, I don't know. Is this me? Am I crazy? Like, I feel like this is not as stiff as it used to be. It's a little bit more spongier. So I highly recommend this one. It's one of my favorites. There's another one that I like. This came as a set. This is from EcoTools. I just washed this one, so this is a little bit bigger than it normally would be, but it has a flat front on both sides for the mini one and the big one, and then on the back one as well, it has a little bit a bigger dent, like a bigger flat end here, and they both come with the round bottoms. So I haven't even used a small one yet, just because I really don't find myself grabbing for another sponge just to blend out the smaller areas. I like a sponge that does a little bit of both. I usually just try to, you know, squeeze it into a smaller angle if I really need it to get into crevices of like the nose, under the under eye area. For this one, I love this sponge. Once it's wet, it has a nice consistency, and the fact that you get two of them in a set, it's worth the price. This is one of my favorites. First, this is the only one that I have. This is the Beauty Blender. It's pretty rough shape now because, I don't know, I might be a little rough with my sponges, but it has, you know, don't mind all the dents in it and parts missing and whatnot. But this is your traditional pink Beauty Blender. Yep, this is one of my favorites. Everyone knows the drill about the Beauty Blenders. Every beauty guru or everyone who loves makeup or has a makeup addiction like I do has a Beauty Blender, and it's a staple. So I highly recommend getting a Beauty Blender. Just using it, you know, once and you'll fall in love. So they come in different colors. Love how it blends out your makeup evenly. It doesn't soak up too much product. I like the black ones more just because I'm deeper in complexion and it doesn't stain as much on me. Love the Beauty Blenders. And then this one has been raved about. Everyone talks about it. I see everyone using it on Instagram, and you know, some of the beauty gurus out there, you know, have talked about this, but the sponge line. This is the Veramona Cake and Bake Sponge. It's a purple, kind of reminds me of like, you know, the School Supply eraser, like the pink one. It kind of came in that size. It's a little bit bigger than that when I first got it. I just washed this one, so it's a little bit bigger. But I always use the flat end. I feel like it helps me get as precise as you can possibly get. It's not like any other sponge I've ever used. It doesn't have, it's not as porous as most sponges that you can see how, like you know, it's like a normal sponge. It has a lot of pores. This one, not so much. It's very dense at first. When you start to wash it, you're just like, oh my gosh, like, is it ever gonna get soft? But after a couple uses, it does get a little bit more spongier. So I do love this sponge a lot, actually. And purple is my favorite color, so love this sponge. But this is the last one. This is from L'Oreal. It kind of reminds me of like a Kisses, like on the top. It has that really dome-shaped head, and it has a round bottom here. So I'm in love with this sponge. I love it so much that I just love it for baking, love it for blending out your foundation, love it for blending out your concealer. It blends it so evenly and doesn't leave it, it doesn't pick up too much product. It's just the perfect sponge. I fell in love with this. Like the first time I used this, like I started washing it, and you know how when you first get a beauty blend or a beauty sponge, they have this kind of soapy texture inside so that it really, really cleans it good. And you know, you have to really wring it out, you know, keep running it underwater until there's no soap at all. And after I did that, the first initial wash, it was so spongy, and I love that. It's not as fragile as a beauty blender. Like the beauty blender, like you can see, I've had this for the same amount of time as I had this one, and I have completely stopped using all my other sponges and have only used this for the last month. And conclusion, I love this little bad boy. So let's go over how to clean your beauty blenders or beauty sponges. So what I do is I have lukewarm water that I have running. I take the sponge and I use a beauty blender cleanser, just the beauty blender cleanser. It's been around. They also have a liquid form of this. I have never used that before because I have fallen in love with this solution. It is one of my favorite things to use to clean my brushes, to clean my sponges, and it has this fragrance. It has just like a clean fragrance, so it's not overwhelming at all. It's just smells clean. Like, and I'll just kind of, you know, rub it slightly on there. You don't need to be aggressive with it. Maybe that's why some of my sponges look so rough, because I'm so aggressive with them. But you know, I just take a little bit of the product and I just kind of, you know, rub it in between my fingers. And this part that comes in the solid itself, it's got some ridges on here, and then the other side has like these 3 elevated lines here. And this is like a plastic silicone material, and I've seen people use this to rub and kind of get some of the makeup off of this. I don't really use that just because I find that the solid itself really cleans it good enough to the point that I don't need to use that little silicone part. So I just use my finger, and then I'll wring it underwater, and that's pretty much all I do. I just take the sponge and kind of just like drain out some of the water that's, you know, been saturated into sponge, because I you know, obviously don't want to use your blender soaking in water. It has to be damp. Sanitation purposes, I would suggest not putting them in drawers, just because after you use them, and I use mine damp, like I said, and if you put something in a closed area that doesn't have anywhere to breathe, not exposed to an exchange of air, and it's just closed up in there, you have more potential of building mold. And come on, like just the sound of mold and sponge and then your face, like, no thank you. Like, that's not something that I would recommend you do. So I think, for, you know, to keep it safe, 3 months is a long enough time for you to use the same sponge. So I keep mine just on my desk. I keep it in this little candle holder container just because I don't have anything right now, and this is like perfect for me because I can literally just put all of my sponges in here and I can easily see everything that I have, and you know, I can grab it very easily as well. And you can use any container you find suitable for you, but this is what I use. Some people have cuter containers, but I don't, so this is all I use. You need to invest in some good sponges because, like, same thing for your tools. A sponge is considered a tool. You need to invest in a good one, and if you find something that you fall in love with, you don't have to bounce around with different sponges like I do, but I like to try different sponges out. That pretty much sums up everything that I wanted to talk about. And if you have any suggestions of what you'd like to see next, definitely comment down below, and I look forward to filming another video for you guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this was helpful to you, and that's what it's all about. I'm here to help you guys out and my friends out there, or my future friends out there. I look forward to hearing from you guys. I know I'm rambling, I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm nervous, I'm new to this, so yeah. Thank you so much for watching, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. See you in the next one. Bye guys.